Good morning.
Hi, James and Cara from
Kerouac's Cruising.
We are in northern Idaho, and we've been driving around trying to find cool spots, and we are in a spot called Lightning Creek. It is near Clark Fork. It is probably 35 miles outside of Sandpoint. It is in the mountains. It is national forest. It is dispersed camping with dogs.
Real dispersed camping. No amenities.
No amenities. You're coming here.
Car driving down the road.
Yeah, if you're coming here, you are dispersed camping. And one of the things that we haven't experienced is the sign. We pull in here, and it has a sign that says this is grizzly bear country, black bear country, and you need a bear box, or you need to keep all of your food inside of your vehicle when you go to bed at night. And I don't know about anybody, but I don't want a bear coming into my tent. But this is a wonderful area. Lightning Creek is a river that is glacier water, I guess you would call it.
Snow melt.
Snow melt from all the mountains around here. It is freezing cold, but exhilarating at the same time. When Jules goes swimming in it, our oldest dog that every time we think she's going to keel over, she comes swimming in this ice cold water, and she's 5 to 7 years younger and runs around like she just, who knows, on drugs or something. We can't figure it out, but she goes crazy after she gets out of this cold water, but goes in. She's a black lab, chocolate lab mix. She goes into that water and she swims in it over her head. This area is awesome. Very, very thick wilderness with pine trees, cedar trees.
Some of these trees are such old vegetation. Like if James and I were to hug a tree together, I don't even think our hands would touch.
Yeah, it's almost like being in the redwood forest.
It's really incredible. And like walking around the forest with the vegetation all on the ground, all of the different ferns and the trees and the mushrooms growing out of the side of these trees. It's like, it feels like you're in like some kind of fairy tale movie. Like it's just,
you can find morel mushrooms right here. It's just, it's crazy.
It's walking around. We're sitting in our favorite spot right now here, right off the creek. And meantime, it's called a creek, but it's a gushing river. And it's breathtaking.
You stick your feet in, we go up to knee high, and from your knee to your foot you're pretty much can't feel your feet after a while. The water's so cold. But it is so clear that it looks like you could just scoop it up and drink it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And the dogs do. We haven't. I'm sure we could, though. And I'm sure you could scoop it up and put it in a pan and boil it.
Well, for sure.
And drink it. Yeah. And it would be really good. The wildlife that's around here have deer and plentiful deer. They have elk, which we've only seen twice since we've been here, but we're just getting here, so we're just starting to explore. But their elk is a little different than our elk. They're a little darker than the elk that we see at the Grand Canyon and around home. But there's elk, there is moose.
I guess I saw a moose on the side of the railroad tracks that one day. I'm pretty sure we were driving down the highway, but it kind of looked like a cross between a horse and an elk, so it had to have been a moose.
I would imagine it's a moose. I didn't get to see it. But I would have to say, she said it had really long legs. So that tells me, and it was really dark. So that tells me it was a moose. We keep coming up here to Lightning Creek because we discovered it's our favorite spot. And we're trying to find a grizzly bear. So
I don't want to find a grizzly bear.
We want to see a grizzly bear and take a picture of it. I told Cara we're going to strap her up with a piece of salmon on her back and a jar of honey, see if we can get one to come in the camp. That maybe is worrisome for some people. I think it's so rare that a grizzly bear is going to come in, especially we have 3 dogs around. And if you know anything about bear hunting, people use dogs to chase the bears in the trees, and then they shoot the bears out of the trees. I don't think there'd be a bear coming to camp, but you never know. We're hoping we're driving on this dirt road and we're going to come across a bear and we'll get a picture of it. But that has not happened yet. We will try to get some pictures of whatever wildlife we see. But this area so far, this is the best area that we have found that we can bring to you. So this is really our first outdoor episode that we feel that we should talk about. And we're going to research the area a lot more, try to find some trails.
Yeah, there's a bunch of hiking trails off the road. Just at this moment, we just wanted to bring you our experience on location here before we give you all the facts and numbers and stuff. There's a bunch of hiking trails. One is a Porcupine Lake trail. There's another spot that we really like down the way that's like in a big sand pit. There's a trailhead off of that. There's a ton of dispersed camping spots. This one we just fell in love with. The trees are just so dense. It's such old growth. It's decently far off the road. You guys heard a little bit ago Jules barking at somebody driving by, but for the most part, it's far enough off the road that we're not really worried about the dogs running in that direction. They've got tons of area to play with, nothing and nobody around. It's the dogs love it here. We keep coming here because we love it. The dogs love it. They take off as soon as we get here. We don't see them for a while. Right now, both the girls are sleeping at our feet. They're pooped. Norman's still sniffing around in the bushes. He comes in and checks in on us every once in a while and takes off again.
This area it's not like we're getting out. My son doesn't live in the city. His house is outside of the city. And I don't know if you can call Sandpoint a city. It's more of a town. But when you come out here, you are saturated in the middle of the woods, in the wilderness. It is remote.
Surrounded
There's no electricity.
By thick, mountains. It's
mountains
gorgeous.
On both sides of you, and just unbelievable views. If you continue, like we're a little lower in elevation, but when we leave here, the way we go home, you get up really high in elevation, and the road, it's just breathtaking views. It is such a cool spot. We wanted to bring that to you. I'm trying to think what else was awesome at this area that we really appreciated.
Well, it's up in the mountains and again in northern Idaho. So year round, this road is not very passable. In the winter months, you'll need snowmobiles if this is something you want to do adventure around. When we were first coming up here at the beginning of the season, we couldn't drive up any further, much further than where we are right now. So the whole road isn't open year round. I think it was like not until the middle of June that the snow really melted.
The first time we came up here, there was actually water. The river was overflowing and the water was coming across the dirt road. But we drove through it anyways. And then we're driving. We get up a little bit in elevation and lo and behold, a big snow banking.
Yeah.
And we couldn't go any further. It literally went from very little snow, 2-3 inches on the sides of the road.
Yeah, just under the shade of the trees.
Just under the shade of the trees. And all of a sudden we come around a bend and the road just has 6 to 8 inches of snow on it. You could see that people got stuck. So we just turned around.
Yeah.
So you can take that road and go around.
It's a big loop. It's
a big loop. It meets up with
Trestle Creek. So Lightning Creek meets up with Trestle Creek. It just basically goes around the mountain.
Yeah, it goes high up in the mountain. The elevation gain is huge. So pretty cool. We just wanted to bring that to you because we are sitting here enjoying the outdoors, letting our dogs run around while the kids have a brand new baby.
Yeah, I guess we haven't done that yet, have we? Yeah, the baby's born.
The baby was born July 1st.
July 1st, 9:11 a.m.
9:11 a.m.
Mama had a 32-hour labor, but Marcus came out happy, healthy. Was 7 pounds, 8 ounces, 20 and a quarter inches long. And everybody's great. So at this moment, we're, I guess, just a week since he's been around. Everything's been a little crazy, of course, brand new newborn baby, all the grandparent gushing and all that.
Yeah, we've been busy kind of getting the house set up and doing other stuff, getting part-time jobs. So this is really the first real episode we've brought you. And we've been here since May 1st, basically.
Yeah.
So we are hopefully, the baby's here now. We are doing some babysitting. They kind of hogging the baby a little bit.
They're hogging the baby.
But it's their baby.
It's their baby to hog.
So
we have been getting, of course, newborn baby. Overnight's a little tough. Mom and dad are exhausted. So every morning at about 6 a.m., we've been getting past the baby until about 11.
Yeah. Sometimes DJ gets up, but between 9 and 11, they start missing the baby. So they give up their sleep to come back out.
Yeah.
But they've been trying to take a nap and they've been giving us the baby around 6. She's been pumping some milk for us so we can feed the baby. It's been, it's only been, I think, twice that we've had a baby. Maybe three times.
3 times.
And it's been absolutely wonderful.
It's magical
to have the baby for them. I'll take the baby anytime they want to give the baby up.
It's a delight every time.
We would send you pictures, but we're not going to give any pictures of the baby. That's
no online presence for the baby.
No online presence, and I agree with my son. I get that. So, but the baby is the most beautiful baby you've ever seen your whole life.
We might be biased, but I think he's really gorgeous.
So that part of it's been absolutely crazy. So today, the in-laws are at the house, and we decided to bring the dogs over here to Lightning Creek and just have our own day. Cara works tomorrow, and so she got a job working part-time 4 days a week. I've only got a part-time job working 1 to 3 days a week, depending on the need of the construction dude that I've been doing work for. But no matter what, it's been just
been delightful. It's been so nice.
And we're ready to go out and adventure anyway. So we didn't really come here to work full time. We're really trying to just live the joy life and be on our new adventure of traveling with dogs and making this podcast come alive.
Yeah. We've been offered, hopefully we'll have more news to come to you, but we got offered some really great opportunities yesterday that could really get us out there. So fingers crossed for us. Keep us in your positive thoughts. Hopefully in the next 6 months to a year, Kerouac's Cruising is really going to take off. And, I don't know that I want to be a household name, but I want people to have heard of us.
We want to inspire you to do whatever your dreams are.
Yeah, do whatever
it is. Take the leap of faith that you can do whatever you want to do in life.
Do it because it'll work out. It'll work out. You should do it.
It's not all about working for a big corporation and maybe it is for you. Maybe you want to be a CEO of a big corporation. There's a lot of other things to do in life than just working.
I still can't get over how beautiful it is.
This is a great spot.
But I think that's it. We'll follow this all up with the facts and the schematics of this area.
Yeah, we'll pin it for you so you can look on a map and see.
Check out the pictures on our blog. We'll have the map on our blog.
Yeah.
All the tangible stuff to help you get here.
The blog is great for really, you can listen to us all day long, but what the blog does is get you pictures and shows you exactly on a map where we're talking about.
Yeah.
So really check out the blog.
Yeah,
check
so you
out
don't have to
our
take
website.
notes. I keep having people text me, I got to take notes while I listen. No, you don't. Go to the blog. That's what I'm doing for you. I'm doing all the work for you. We're having fun doing the work for you so you can just get out to nature, enjoy and relax. We already did the scoping it out, making sure it's a cool spot before you get there. I hope you guys love it. I hope you guys feel inspired to go check out some more stuff. And even if you've already been to these areas, maybe inspired to check out something you haven't seen yet. And that we can keep doing that for you.
And if you know of any place that we should check out in the Sandpoint area, as far as 50 miles away, man, send us an email. We'd love to hear it. We'd love to check it out.
Absolutely.
Some of the things that we plan on doing this summer while we're here is we're going to go to Glacier National Park. That's 5, 6, 7 hours away from here. We don't really know. We haven't done too much research or planning, but we're definitely going after Labor Day. And probably will go through Yellowstone on the way back to our home at the Grand Canyon.
And we've already been to Yellowstone, so we'll probably here soon do an episode of like a 1 day at Yellowstone, because that's what we did. I feel like we checked out a lot of stuff really quickly. We knocked out all of the big tourist spots. So we'll probably here soon do a Yellowstone episode. And then in the future,
give you some good backcountry backpacking in Yellowstone.
Yeah. We could actually maybe get Ryan and Deidre, because Ryan and Deidre did 10 days or 6 days or something backpacking through Yellowstone. So that would be a fun episode.
They were doing 10 plus miles a day.
Yeah. So that would be fun.
We're definitely going to try to interview them guys. They're a little shy, so we're not sure if they're going to let us interview them or not, but that's our goal.
Yeah, we're trying to convince them. We're working on them.
So, and then we
do have interviews coming too. We're going to be interviewing some amazing people that not only we think are amazing, that have inspired us, but we think would be inspiring to you.
That absolutely. And the other place we're probably going to visit is Red Lodge, Montana, and go through Beartooth Pass. So we got some adventures we're planning, and we're going to look forward to
We got Craters Lake on the other side, going in the other direction. But not only if you got spots that we should check out that you've heard of, you've been to, whatever it is, but if you have any questions, we had the episode we posted a couple of weeks ago that was Caroline's question about pros and cons of living off grid. We would love to answer any burning questions you have about us, our lifestyle, or you just want to hear us banter or chat about a particular topic, whatever it is. You can always email us at kerouacscruising.com. Hit us up on our Facebook page. If you've got our number, text us. We would love inspiration to give you guys what you are most interested in.
Have a great day.
Thanks for listening. We love you. Hey, friends, we are back with the information as promised about Lightning Creek. Definitely. I don't know. We've seen some other places since. I was going to say it's definitely our favorite place in northern Idaho, but I think we've added a couple places that I don't know, might equate this spot. So you're going to have to stay tuned for our future episodes for those spots. What do you think, baby?
Lightning Creek is high on the list of places I like to go. It's just from my son's house. It's over an hour away. So we have found some places closer. Just recently, I went to a biathlon and met some people. It was a lot of fun. We ran a loop 3 miles shooting, and then at the end, we were just talking about
not
the
3 miles of shooting, but
every half a mile you shot 5 shots.
Yeah, there you go.
They timed you, and then there was a penalty if you missed one of the shots. You had to do another 100 yards.
You missed a lot of shots, right?
So I did come in first on the most penalties.
But you came in second in your heat.
Second,
sixth overall. And you were the second oldest person.
Second oldest person.
That's pretty bad.
It was fun though. Anyways, so I met these people that lived around here, and they told me some cool spots, and me and Cara checked them out. So it was pretty cool. But we promised you to finish Lightning Creek. So we just wanted to go back there and tell you some of the hiking trails that are up there. One of the ones is the dispersed camping site that if you take side by side or dirt bikes or something like that, or a skinny vehicle like a small Toyota truck or a 4-wheel drive SUV, you have to cross the river. So you got to be able to get across that. So it's got to be pretty high clearance. But it's called Porcupine Lake. It's when you're driving on Lightning Creek, you'll just see Porcupine Trailhead. And then you hike that trail up. Most people hike in, they camp. It's right on the lake. They got a bear box for you. And it's pretty cool. The other area trails is when you're driving up Lightning Creek, there's going to be Trailhead 559. The cool thing about this spot is you're driving, you're taking, I'm not exactly sure how many miles it's in.
We'll pin it on the blog. Read the blog. We'll pin it.
You're driving up Lightning Creek. You go by our favorite spot. Then you're going to go by Porcupine Trailhead. You keep going, and it's one of the few roads that's on the right.
Mm-hmm.
You take that road up, and it's about a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile, and it comes to a sand pit, and there's a couple different layers of the sand pit, and you can drive to each different layers. Pretty good if you have side-by-sides, a dirt bike to go up there, but really good.
We got up there on an excursion for sure, yeah.
You get up there, you'll have solar, but you're not going to have a place to dump your black water, but gray water you could probably dump there legally, no problems, as long as you're not dumping nothing stupid. But really good spot, and there's a trail there, Trailhead 559, you can hike in there with your dogs. We have never ran into anybody up there.
So it would be a fun spot if you had toys, like the side-by-sides or quads, dirt bikes, whatever to play. It's a great spot where if you have your dogs free ranging, you're going to see anybody coming before they get to you. And you've got a great opportunity for not only, there's dense trees, so you can get plenty of shade, but you can get plenty of sunshine too. So it's a great open space as a sand pit, but it's surrounded by dense forest. And then you've got the trail, and we haven't taken the trail yet, and we really can't find much about the trail as far as how long it is or where it even goes. So I can't imagine if you take the Trail 559 that you're really going to see anybody out there. You're kind of going to have the space all to yourself for you and your dogs to play and run.
So to wrap Lightning Creek Road up, that is right outside of Clark Fork. Drive up the road, and there is dispersed camping on the way. And then of our trails, there is another trail there. It's Trail 120. It's 19.1 miles. It's got
round trip, right, for that trail?
Round trip. It's got almost 4,000 feet elevation gain, and then you descend. You go up to the mountain ridge, you get to the good views, and you come back. They also call that trail B-Top, and Round Top Trail, it joins with, and you can get Round Top Trail from Trestle Creek Road. And we're going to talk about Trestle Creek Road in a separate episode. It meets up with Lightning Creek, and there's some different spots and some cool spots on Trestle Creek that we will talk about. But B-Top can go to Round Top Trail, and you pick it up at Trestle Creek Road trailhead. Trail is 19.1 miles. It's really cool, good trail. You got to look it up. It'll give you a really good description, and Cara will have it on the blog too.
Everything on the blog. So before we wrap up this episode, today we were originally planning on recording our add-on portion of all the details here at Lightning Creek at one of the new spots that we just learned about via actually James's son on his way to this biathlon. And we came into some drama on our adventure today, so didn't end up recording. So we were originally going to delay this week's episode and ended up being able to finish today out. But you're going to have to tune into next week's episode to get all the details on all of the mess that happened today. It was stupid, but it's part of all the drama of the life that we choose to live. You know, no life is without its imperfections. And today was definitely an example of that. So you'll have to tune into next week when we give you the details of our beautiful new location that we just learned about and how little we got to enjoy it because of stupid dog drama. But thanks for listening. We love you guys so much. And once more, if you have any questions, comments, whether it's about locations, about us, or about anything, please email us, join@kerouacscruising.com. Check us out on Facebook at Kerouac Cruising. Instagram, I have an Instagram now at Kerouac Cruising. Text us if you've got our number. Any way you can reach us. Talk to us in person. Email, yeah, whatever it is. We are happy to talk about it. We will address your questions on an episode and feature you in it so you can feel like a famous person. But other than that, all of you have been listening and supporting us. We love you so much. Please tell your friends, anybody you think who will enjoy what we have to say or would like to laugh at us. I don't care. Just get our names out there, please. The only way that this is going to work is if you guys share the love. So we love you very much, and you'll talk to us soon. Bye.
Join the conversation. Mm-hmm. Thanks for listening. Bye. Thanks for tuning in to Kerouac Cruising.
We're thrilled to have you with us.
We had a blast recording this episode and hope you enjoyed our adventures as much as we enjoyed sharing them.
For more amazing pictures and stories, visit our website and blog at kerouacscruising.com.
And join the conversation on Facebook at Kerouac Cruising or email us at join@kerouacscruising.com.
We'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions.
If you enjoyed this episode, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving us a review.
Your support helps us reach more listeners and allows us to continue sharing our travel experiences with you.
It's a generous favor that means the world to us.
Thank you so much for listening to Kerouac Cruising.
Until next time, happy travels.